it was under your authority that you led the Blazers into my home, trespassed, humiliated me in front of my friends and family, and desecrated a Catholic wedding? That was under your authority?
Be careful of your accusations.
Why did you do that? Why did you do that? That wasn't a childish prank, Mr. Swain. And if you ever come near my family or my house again, I will go into my garden and I will get my sickle and I will sever your manhood with one fell swoop.
That's no way for a justice's wife to talk.
We all have to look after our own, don't we, Mr. Swain?
Good day, Mrs. McGuire.
Leave us alone.
Good day, Mrs. McGuire.
A story about reconciliation now. 150 years ago, Irish Catholic and Irish Protestant settlers clashed in the Ontario township of Cavan. And what made this an especially sad episode in that area's history is that both groups, of course, once fled wars, famine, persecution in their own common homeland. Most communities might try to bury this troubling past, but in Cavan, descendants of the original Protestant and Catholic settlers have resurrected it in an effort to exorcise old ghosts. Paul McGrath has the story of theater healing the past.
The farmland near Peterborough, Ontario hasn't changed much since the first settlers arrived in the early 1800s. The same plots of land have passed from generation to generation of family farmers. Their history is still familiar to them, but in one township, a part of that history some would prefer to forget is resurfacing. It's all because of Robert Winslow. He's the last of his family in the area, and he had a three-part dream: to return to the family farm, to start a theater company, and to explore the area's history in drama.
Very personal story for me. I worked all over the country, and my mom died 2 years ago, and I made a decision to come back here and try to hang on to the farm. It's been in our family since 1852. So it's been a real exploration of my own attachment to this place, as well as exploring history.
The biggest chance taken by Winslow, a first-time playwright, was in his hope that people would tramp out to his family farm and sit on hard benches, rain or shine. He was as surprised as anyone when an unexpected flood of local folk filled the yard to participate in what turns out to be something like a mass seance. The play tells of the earliest days of Cavan Township and the arrival of a group of Catholics into a predominantly Protestant area. The division and violence that resulted has long been the stuff of legend in the area.
Yes, the Catholics of Cavan will finally begin to take their rightful place in this community. And good people, this is long, long overdue. I invite you all, Protestants and Catholic alike, to come and attend the ceremony and to hear the first Catholic Mass ever to be spoken in Cavan.
Once the priest steps foot in Cavan, they'll start flooding in by more priests, more Catholics, by the hundreds, and we'll be worse off than we were in dear old Ireland.
We can't let this happen.
No!
Cavan is Protestant, it must remain so.
So what do we do then? I think before the priest ever sets foot in this township, we should toss McGuire out. To hell with the Pope and Patty McGuire.
Winslow's spectacle pulls out all the stops as 1850s Orangemen celebrate an ancient but familiar ritual. In the audience, Father Tom Lynch, once an area pastor, who as well has a stake in the play. In their provocation, the Orangemen come up against Paddy McGuire. He was Father Lynch's great-great-great-granduncle. His dream was to build a Catholic settlement in Cavan, and he bore the brunt of Orange violence.
We'll do whatever we bloody well please, Cavan.
You have no right to even march this day. This parade is unlawful. Get moving now!
It's true they're not fighting now, but there is more to the Cavan Blazers than a simple recap of nasty stories. To put such an audience on the same land to replay the same battle is to offer some kind of reconciliation. It's a chance for local people to understand the violent lineage of whatever subtle mistrust still exists. Theater has many uses, but this company knows this is an important one. For Winslow, digging up the past was a way to wipe the slate clean, to shake off some bad habits.
Mistrust, distrust of others, bigotry, prejudice, of not just of Catholics, but of anybody from who is different at all. That could spill into Jews, blacks, people of other ethnic backgrounds. So for me, doing the play was a way to kind of purge and explore my own bigotry and intolerance. That I think maybe, nowadays we can say from the neck up we don't have any of these prejudices, but if you're raised in that and your community has been raised in that for generation after generation, those things are right into your blood. They're right into your attitudes at a very, very basic level. And I think theater has the potential to create a catharsis and to actually change those things. So for me, it's sort of the end of something in a way, the end of a long period of questioning my own attitude.
It's also very much a beginning for a new theater company that was once worried that it would not be able to give tickets away. For his efforts, Winslow has his reward: an unlikely hit, sold-out audiences, and a new future for both the family name and the family farm. For the Journal, I'm Paul McGrath.
Our documentary was produced